we got to have at least a couple of moments with our third favorite lunatic in the whole wide world, the great Michael Lindell, who is nice enough to create as many questions as he answers. You know what I mean? Because hey man, that dude is my hero, okay? Come on. He's gonna come out here and tell the truth. Don't tell me there's some ads on this thing, man. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear this is called, the name of this one is the 2020 election was deleted in Colorado. I did not know it was in Colorado. They do all mail-in ballots in Colorado. I heard that. It's just wrong. It's wrong on so many fronts. Let's see it. Do it.
We got America's Mom.
Vaccine. Oh, man.
Bishop. I want to bring in
Holy
Michael.
shit. Look at this dude. Goddamn, man. I got a pig in the holler with a rash you have never seen or whatever. If my face looked like that, I would shave my ass and walk backwards, which apparently it looks like you beat me to it.
Mike, how did Salem, the great Mike Gallagher, had an incredible interview today with Sharona. We're going to try to get clips from it and put it up on our site. How did they go from crickets to...
Can you, is it available in comic book form, or perhaps as if you could do it in semaphore?
One of the toughest, most inspirational women in this country do a open interview today with Mike Gallagher, sir.
Well, I think Salem Media. It was over our 96-hour thanks-a-thon where I called him out.
Oh, that's right. A thanks-a-thon, man. I'm thankful for you. I am. Come on, man. I am thankful for you, man, because nobody else could. I sleep so good on my used my pillow. That's good. I've never, I've made so much money from that pillow, smothering older relatives and getting inheritance. Thank you very much.
We're in a lot of trouble in our country. If we've lost,
you ain't got to tell me, man.
All conservative media and Fox and Newsmax, goodbye. I mean, they've been.
Yeah, I ain't going. Yeah, you tell them, man. I don't go to Newsmax anymore. Newsmax, that's for those of you that don't know, that's an old trucking site.
Fox and Newsmax, goodbye. I mean,
goodbye Newsmax. Fuck that. I do not go to Newsmax anymore. It's good, because I'll go to News Peterbilt. That sounds dirty.
They've been done for a long time, and I talked to Salem, and they ended up.
Did they burn you at the stake? Did they yell at you as a witch? I don't even go to Salem. That's my main concern. I have, if you haven't noticed, a very sort of 17th century witch-like look. Know what I mean? Like if I'm in a market and somebody's like, witch! I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I vaguely resemble. I mean, thank God for my rosy cheeks, but...
So I said, you need to report. These are stories that you're not hearing. And I told him about Sharona Bishop just being her door bashed in.
Yeah, my Sharona.
And this takeover of our country. And
oh, she was a hickey woman. Hickey woman, won't you go and get me my Sharona? And you want to get you some. Get you some. Gonna bite down on that ass Sharona. Wrong person.
And they agreed to have her on, and hopefully this is a start, Steve, of a movement on Salem where they can have.
Oh, let me tell you, buddy. I'm already beat you to it. We're well ahead on that movement. Yeah, let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got your movement covered, buddy.
Things like the Racine County Sheriff in Wisconsin pressing.
Sorry. There's a Racine County? Shit, I've been to Racine. I dated a girl named Racine in high school. She was so hot. Let me tell you what, man. She had a set of tires on her you would not believe. Racine, Racine, Racine. Please don't take my man. That's what the girls in school used to sing. They weren't talking about me. They were talking about their racing. Oh, man.
You know, things like the Racine County Sheriff in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Racine County. That's a different one. That's not Racine. That's different.
Pressing, to the prosecutor, pressing charges against the WEC in Wisconsin. It's like Sharona said it best. They're afraid to any.
My Sharona. Come on now.
It's out there talking about election integrity or the 2020 election or school board stuff with your kids like these and vaccines. I always say machines and vaccines.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Machines, vaccine, and racing. Don't you take vaccines. That's what I say to her. she thinks it's funny. Poke me right in the eye.
But being able to at least put it out there, this is the news, and this is just...
Oh, I put it out there, and Racine, she grabbed a hold of it. Let me tell you what. Ooh.
Just news. They're not, and Mike did a great job. He did a great job with the interview, and I listened to the whole thing, and it needs to show people that they're what they're not seeing on Fox and Newsmax and other places.
Yeah, there are a lot of things on Fox you are not seeing. Let me tell you what.
Because they're not seeing the truth of what's going on in our country.
No, they're not seeing the truth. I agree. There's a lot of people not seeing the truth right now. They're taking the truth and they're not seeing it. They don't even try.
They're seeing when they go Fox on us. I say that's horrible for our country. And
by the way, if you don't know what going Fox on somebody, that's when a dear friend who you trusted for a long time bites you right in the chicken coop. That's what happens. Oh, she went Fox on me. Bites you right in the chicken coop. It happens. Don't be scared.
In order for us to get through this and get the Steve, here's an example. They have not. I just checked my phone. They have not did one story about me in the news for 7 days. That's almost a record. Why? Because remember, we still have the Supreme Court complaint.
Yeah, that's right. They have not done a story on Mike Pillow in like a week. It's as if, I mean, what else is going on in the world that they would draw attention away from Mike Pillow and his lawsuit he didn't file? What could be more important besides like the school shooting and the several high-profile legal trials that are on the Ukrainian-Russian buildup and Taiwan and trade deals and jobs numbers coming out and the fact that I just got a new job. I don't know if you know this. I got hired on a construction line to lay some broadband in my area or whatever. They just need. I'm a sign holder. I go to cars going by, and it's a living. And I'm booked solid all next year because of those commie Biden assholes. But what could be important in any of that stuff, that would push him out of the news?
Been very public now, and we're going to get that out there. The Supreme Court. One of the things they don't want to talk about in Colorado is Sharona. When it goes back to Tina.
Whoa! Sorry, I got to do that every time he says Sharona. You can't blame me.
There's 100% evidence of what Dominion deleted off all these machines in Colorado.
How do you? Oh my God! Mike Lindell has finally figured out how to prove a negative. There's 100% proof of things that aren't there. Dear God, my dream of finding Bigfoot might be alive.
Of the 2020 election. Now, I'm going to go back and, in fact, when I get off the phone today or get off your show today, I'm going to be calling my...
Hey, man, whatever, the phone, his show, whatever happens, whenever you get off, let us know so we can duck.
Saying, you know what, I need to press charges against them because they were supposed to preserve evidence in all these frivolous cases that Dominion's done. So,
but they were hang on, whoa. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dominion didn't do that of their own.
Hey, Mr. Pig Butthole over there don't try to grow a beard and pretend you ain't a frog's ass, son. You're interrupting Mike Lindell. He's telling you about stuff he does not see.
Volition. They were ordered, weren't they directed by the Secretary of State of Colorado to do that. That's one of the reasons Tina Peters. I want to make sure we're consistent here. Is that?
Yeah, shut the fuck up, buddy. If he wants to press charges against people, they were just following orders. That's what they're going to defend themselves with. They're going to say they was just following orders. Is that what you're going to tell me? Well, talk about things you cannot see.
The Secretary of State, with her mandate in the Secretary of State, ordered.
Right. Wait a minute. She went on a mandate with the Secretary of State? Racing. Please don't take my man.
The contractor or the vendor, in this case, it was Dominion, to do what? Right. What did they order? What did the Secretary of State order?
Yeah, explain it to him. Shut the fuck up, Bannon. He'll explain it to him. Mike, tell him what happened.
It's called the trusted build, everybody. And what it is, they said it was maintenance. We have 100% the second.
Yeah, I heard that shit before. Guy shows up in my trailer, says there's something wrong with my sump, says they're gonna fix it just for maintenance. Next thing I know, I'm surrounded by revenuers, and one of them's got a nightstick up my ass while they're looking through my toiletries for oxycodone. Maintenance.
It's going to be coming out this week, I believe. And
I felt like Rush Limbaugh on a bender.
It shows the beginning. What Tina Peters did was doing her job, and she took a copy, a copy of what, before they came in for the trusted bill, there's a copy, and then you have after they left. Well, they weren't coming in to do maintenance. They deleted the 2020 election. It's
oh my God. And ain't no such thing as a maintenance where you remove anything. Like I had maintenance on my toilet once, and I was like, hey, just because there's a turd in there clogging it up does not mean you have the right to remove it.
Of records, and Steve, they ordered it. The Secretary of State
That's right.
My point is the Secretary.
Shut up. Hey, Bandit, shut the fuck up, man. He's telling you. Hey,
the responsibility
shut your hole.
Is not to the.
I don't care which one of them. They all look like holes. Shut them.
The responsibilities to the Secretary of State ordered this, correct?
Well, I believe they're in cahoots. That's just, we've got.
I've been in cahoots. It's right next to Racing County. It's a nice place or whatever. They got a titty bar there. That's it's weird, just a bar with titties on it. I think it's just to lure calves in from the field. I'm just saying it worked. I chipped a tooth on it. They were solid. Like Melania.
Got evidence of both. You have to have, they both had to know what they were doing, Steve, and they did.
Well, no, that ain't actually true there, Mike, because I met with this lady once in Racine County. Racine. Please don't take my man. I met this woman in Racine, man. I did not know what I was doing, but she sure as shit did. Best $2 I ever spent in the back of a truck.
The Secretary of State did order this, and let me tell you, when she ordered it, if you did not turn your machine, if you did not let them come in for your machines to do this trusted build, you had to ship your machines to the Colorado Secretary of State's office.
That sounds like a bunch of shit to me.
Them there, and they did the work there, and then ship them back on the county's dime. And that was
Mike.
Oh, so it was. Wait a minute. So if they were servicing these machines. And if you didn't let them come in and service the machines, you had to ship them there so they could service them, and then they would pay to ship them back? What the fuck is going on? This is like a game of Clue between meth heads.
For a second, I want both of you, Sharon, if you can stay.
I don't know if you've ever played Clue on bath salts, but that's what, this is starting to ring a bell in my head.
So we're going to jam up the second hour, just going to have to do it. Because I want to get, my point is that there's a method we can hold, getting to a Dominion is a Mike Lindell project. Now, the citizens have a tough time, but getting to a Secretary of State that orders this against, as you've laid out, kind of the black letter of the preservation documents.
Well, yeah. Obviously it was in violation of the law, and nobody has bothered to check, least of all her office or any office. No one's ever looked at all. It's wide open. Just roll in there, man. Bust him. Bring some cuffs. Citizen's arrest. Fire it up. Fire it up.
That's a different kettle of fish. That's something citizens can actually.
I have kettled some fish once in my lifetime or whatever. I prefer them cooked over a spit and then frozen. Fish sickles, I call them. Kids like them.
Say, hey, no offense, you report to us, right? You don't get to write your.
Hey, asshole, I got news for you. First of all, stop interrupting Mike Pillow when he's trying to talk. Second, no one with a face like yours can say no offense. I mean, shit, son.
Rules. You don't get to make up things. You don't get to do what you want to do. You have a fiduciary.
Don't talk. Hey, oh, fuck you. Mike, don't let him talk to you like that, man. You can keep making shit up. You're allowed to make shit up. Don't let him. This is fucking America, buddy. If Mike Lindell wants to pull a story out of his ass and wag it in front of a camera, you can't just get jealous because something he pulled out of his ass looks better than you in a suit.
Responsibility. You have a fiduciary. You have a responsibility to play.
You have a fiduciary responsibility to shut your fucking hole, son.
By the rules, according to what the law says.
Wait a minute. They didn't even go back to Mike? They didn't let Mike finish? They did not let Mike finish. What the fuck is going on here? Who allowed this to happen? I can't allow this to happen. Sorry. Sorry. It was Mike Lindell and his fiduciary responsibility.